Everyone, sorry, I'm just a tad late. I'm hoping that I've gone live in the right place. Um, ah, Technology, honestly, it is doing my head in. Facebook is not my friend. Facebook is definitely, I don't know what's going on. I've I've been posting things in Facebook groups and getting blocked from Facebook groups, you name it, and I'm not doing anything wrong. But anyway. Um, it has been a challenging morning. So Lord knows what is happening. But anyway, I am here. You can still go in the garden and say hello to the birds. They aren't isolating from me, mind you. Neither is my four-legged friend. Okay, are you not well, Chris? Okay, I have heard that you're not well. I did try to call you the last night. So welcome everyone. I'm doing a little bit of a twist to what I normally do today. So you may see the heading that says that I am doing some scrapbooking. So just bear with me. I just need to go and get my laptop because I've got to go live on Instagram and my laptop's out. I will be organized here in a minute. And I just walked away from that laptop. Like I physically just walked away from the laptop. And why I didn't think take it with you, Lord knows. But anyway, all right. So let's go live on there. Let's make sure I've got no sound happening because we don't need that. Okay. All right. So welcome everyone. So as you know, um, Close to My Heart is closing down. And so Stampin' Up have actually taken on a lot of the Close to My Heart makers. We have got some exciting things going to happen in the near future with Stampin' Up. So if you are a scrapbooker and you've been screaming out for scrapbooking things, well, it's your lucky day. We are actually eventually going to get some of the products that Close to My Heart used to purchase. Stampin' Up have actually done some deals with some of their suppliers. So we will be getting some things to do with scrapbooking. So I've actually decided, no, Theo's actually, I got the vacuum cleaner out this morning and vacuumed my craft room. So because I vacuumed my craft room, he's in my bed under my doona, freaking out because the vacuum cleaner started. So there you go. Big, strong, tough cat, isn't he? He can kill snakes, but when a vacuum cleaner comes out, he's under the doona covers. So he hasn't come out yet. So he's not real impressed because the vacuum cleaner started up this morning. So anyway, so as you know, Close to My Heart are closing its doors, and a lot of the makers have come over to Stampin' Up, which is fantastic. As I said, Stampin' Up have actually done some deals with some of their suppliers, and so we will slowly and gradually be introducing some scrapbooking products back into our Stampin' Up range. And I'm sure you're all going, yay! All of you scrapbookers out there are probably thinking, thank the Lord, they're finally bringing it back. And I do know some people that I met through Stampin' Up that actually left Stampin' Up because Stampin' Up sort of swayed away from it because they were more into the card making side than the scrapbooking. But good news for all the scrapbookers out there. Things will be coming back. So it's really super exciting that we have things coming back. So with that, what I've decided to do is to start bringing some scrapbooking. Margaret's laughing at Theo. I know, big tough cat, isn't he? So I've decided to bring some scrapbooking into my business. So I'm actually going to start a club, but it's going to be a rolling subscription. It's not going to start as a rolling subscription to start off with. I don't actually want to set the rolling subscription price range or anything until I actually know what we actually have that will be coming, and so I can work out a good reasonable economical price for people. So it will be a little bit like my creative card club. It will be a creative scrap club. Okay. So it will be a fun and exciting thing to be a part of. So, so what I want to bring to you is a little bit of a taste of what type of things that we will be doing in this scrapbooking class. So this morning I'm just going to do a 1-page layout. This is actually a layout that is a double page layout, but I'm just going to do one side of it because a double page layout in a live video will take me way too long. So I just want to show you a little bit about the design process, how to use a sketch to start with your scrapbooking. And I've actually downloaded a sketch, and we are going to create one side of the 2-page layout from the sketch layout that I've downloaded. So I'm super excited to be bringing this. Now on the screen, you'll see that there's a QR code that you can scan. Now that QR code is if you want to join an emailing list that you can get news on my upcoming scrapbooking clubs, any of the classes that I will be holding, then by all means, please feel free to I'm actually just going to put the link. Hang on, I'm going to copy the link and I'm going to put it into the comments here. So if you want to sign up to that list, you will be able to, I'll just pop it there and then I'll star it to the top. Okay. So, so I've just popped it into the comments. If you actually want to sign up to that list so that you can be informed when I start the club, I will be starting one in June, and what I'm using today will be what we will be actually using in June. So I'm going to be holding them as in-person classes as well as an online content. So you will be able to get it sent to your doorstep and do it in the comfort of your own home. So, so please feel free to jump onto that email list. There is no commitment whatsoever. Just sign up to that email list, put your name on it if you have the interest about scrapbooking, and I will be able to keep you informed of when things are going to happen. So, so if you have your phone, you can use the QR code there. If you have, if you're on a laptop or whatever, you can actually click on that link that I've put in the description. I will actually add the link. I will do a post on my business page, and I am so sorry to all of the Facebook viewers. Please tell anyone that normally watches me on Facebook that I am not on Facebook this morning because Facebook is not playing friendly with me. So normally what I do is I schedule this event when I'm going to go live, and I normally schedule it to go out to all of the different platforms. And I normally stream to 4 different places on Facebook, and it would not let me do that. It would not let me do anything to Facebook. It would not connect. I disconnected Facebook, reconnected. I tried all afternoon yesterday afternoon trying to get it to happen, and it wouldn't happen. So for anyone that normally watches me on Facebook, please message your friends, tell them to all come over and hang out here on YouTube because Facebook is just not being nice. So, so good morning, everyone. So let me see who I have on here, and then we will get into this scrapbooking layout. So we've got Jill. Welcome, Jill. Janelle, lovely to see you. Chris, lovely to see you. Leslie, welcome. Maureen, lovely to see you. Thank you for joining. Deborah, lovely to see you. Margaret, thank you for joining. Okay. Kerry, welcome. Lovely to see you. Welcome. Hey, Julie, thanks for joining. Lynn, yeah, I know, poor Theo. I know. It's such a scary thing, that vacuum cleaner. Isn't it funny? He can grab a snake and kill a snake, but then when it comes to a vacuum cleaner, he runs and hides. Cindy, welcome from Ohio. So welcome. So please feel free to, if you've got friends that hang out and like watching crafting videos, please feel free to reach out to them and share the link of this video with them. And on YouTube, you can go down to the bottom of the screen and it just says share, and you can actually share that link. All right. Okay, so let's get that off the screen because we don't need to keep seeing that. So if you want to sign up to that email list, please feel free to do that, or the link in the comments here. And I will actually put the link in I'll go back in and edit the details and put the link in for you. But I will do a post on Facebook and I will send out an email. If you're not on my email list, please feel free to join the email list and keep informed. All right, so let's actually get some of this product that I want to show you. Now, we've got some things that are already leaning towards the scrapbooking idea in our new catalogue, because Stampin' Up sort of we're starting to go that way with our new catalogue, and I'm not sure how they're going to introduce the new products, but I'm thinking they may come as online exclusives. Yeah, I'm not sure how, and they have said that maybe around September they may start introducing some of the scrapbooking products into our line. So so please make sure you jump onto my online store. I will keep you informed when I know that there's some things. I will keep you informed, but there's already things that are in our catalog already that we can use. So I have actually worked out what I will be doing for June for the scrapbooking class. I know the product that I'm going to be using, but I just haven't worked out the prices of anything yet. So let's pop our camera down and let's start getting into this. Okay, so what I've actually done is I've downloaded a scrapbook layout. So I'll talk about that in a minute. Now, this is the product that we will be using for the month of June for this scrapbooking class. Sorry, I'm just going to straighten my camera up there. Now, this is called the Flower Frames and Flowers. It is a great pack of paper, and it's already got some embellishments and things with it. So I just wanted to show you what it's like. I've cut these into 6 by 12. But it doesn't come like this. I've cut it in half. Okay, so it's got 3 sheets of double-sided paper. So I'm just going to show you one side of it. Okay, so we've got the reverse side and the front side, and these are full 12 by 12 sheets that it comes in. So we've got reverse side, we've got full side, we've got that one, and the reverse side. Okay, so they come in full 12 by 12 sheets. Now I'm just going to pop these ones aside. Okay, now it also comes with all of these die cuts. So first of all, we have a sheet of all these frames here. So you can see we have let me see, I can pop it out. They're all die cut ready to go. So this is the fun part. Okay, so we've got frames here that we can use for our photos. Okay, so you can pop that piece out and instantly you have a frame that you can pop a photo in underneath. So we have that. We also have things like this. Don't you just love these? A nice long strip that we can use for our scrapbooking. So all of these frames are absolutely gorgeous. So let's just pop another one out so you can see this one here. Okay, so for each month in my scrapbooking club, you will be able to get a kit that will make 3 2-page layouts. Okay, so it'll be 6 pages altogether. You'll have enough supplies. You'll probably have some left over. And here's another frame. Look at that. You can pop a gorgeous photo in there and frame it. And you've already got some frames there all ready to go. All right, so I'm not going to pull all of those out. So that's one of the die cut sheets, is those frames. So let's leave those pieces there. Okay, I'm just going to pop that aside. Okay, and then we have these 2 sheets of die cut pieces. Okay, so we have loads and loads of die cut pieces. We have got frames, we have got leaves, we have got so many things that we can use. And you have 2 full sheets, and each sheet is different. Okay, so each sheet is totally different. You've got loads of things. You've got corners that you can use. It is such a wonderful pack, and we have this available in our catalog right now. So if you were thinking that you wanted to get started, I'm telling you, my June scrap it with me club class is going to be really, really fantastic. So let's pop those things aside. So the next thing that you're going to need is things like 12 by 12 cardstock. Now I am going to I'm going to add these into the kits. I have to work out postage for it to be posted because I have some boxes that I'm able to post things out to keep things all in 12 by 12, because you need to be able to keep things in 12 by 12. But some of the basics that I think that you will need is definitely 12 by 12 basic white cardstock. Now, what I've thought will go with this is the Subtles cardstock 12 by 12 pack. So at the moment, we are actually selling 12 by 12 cardstock in our catalog, in our color families. You can get basic white, and you can also get very vanilla in 12 by 12. And you can get all of our color families. So in this one here, this is the Subtles, and you can see it's got all of the Subtles. So there's 10 colors in the Subtles family. It has all of the Subtles in that. Okay, so a pack of cardstock that's mixture at the moment will be really fantastic for going with this. I actually looked at some of the colors. Now in our Subtles, I looked, and there's Petal Pink in here. There is also Lost Lagoon. There is also Soft Sea Foam. And those three colors are actually in the Subtles cardstock. So you'll find that using the Subtles will be great. So first of all, what I'm actually going to do is I have downloaded, now this is designed by a lady called Alison Davis. So we need to give credit to Alison Davis. So as you can see here, this is one page and this is the other page. So when it comes to doing your scrapbooking, there's so many sketches out there that you can actually look at a sketch and you can say, now the reason why I looked at this sketch was because it had things like flowers in it. It had a place, it had like 6 photos, which I thought was fantastic, because if you're going to sit down and you're going to do a 2-page layout, do you want to do a 2-page layout just for one photo? I know that some people do that with scrapbooking, but for my attitude, to be able to put 6 photos out there, I think would be really, really a great thing to sit down and do a 2-page layout, that you're going to have 6 photos that you're going to be able to put on that layout straight away. Okay, so we've got 2 4x6 photos, and we've got a 3x3 photo that we can pop on this page. So what I'm actually going to do today is I'm just going to do the mats and the layers, and we won't be putting any photos on because I don't have any photos with me, but we'll be able to do the mats and the layers to actually get this layout to come to life. So that's what I wanted to do for you this morning. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use just the basic white as my base for this layout. Now it will be hard for you to see 12 by 12 cardstock in my screen here because I can't quite fit 12 by 12 on there, but we will do a pretty good job of it. Okay. Oh, it does just fit. Okay, so we can. All right. So I tell a lie. I thought I couldn't, but I can. All right. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do these here, the large mat photo. So what they're saying is the large mat left page is 8.5 by 7 inches. That is this big mat that's down under here. So let's try. And I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do that in maybe, what have I got behind me here? Oh, I'm going to have to probably use my 12 by 12. I am going to have to use my 12 by 12. Okay, so let's do it with some of this cardstock here. And what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to do both sides so that we have both sides done. Well, I'll cut the mat for both sides. Okay, so I'm going to use soft sea foam. Okay. Oh, if I can get it out of the packet. So we've got soft sea foam there. So I'm going to cut the large mats. No, I'm just going to do one side. Otherwise, we'll be here forever. Okay, let's do one side. So we're going to do one side at 8.5 by 7. So I'm actually going to do the 7-inch cut first. Okay, so 7 inches. Now, if you didn't have 12 by 12 cardstock, you'd be able to do this with some A4 cardstock if you like. The only problem is our A4 cardstock is not 8.5 inches wide. So, all right, so we have that there like that. So that's actually going to go right here. Oops, and I just lost my scoring tool out of my trimmer. Okay, so that's going to go just on there like that. So that's that first initial large mat on our layout. Okay, so that's this large mat just here. Now, it says horizontal stripes top and bottom, 12 by 1/4 inch, 12 by 5 inches, 12 by 1/2 inch, 12 by 1/2 inch. Okay. All right. So the horizontal lines, I'm just gonna, you know me, I don't follow instructions well. So I'm just gonna go with the flow, and I'm gonna create from this picture, I'm gonna create what I think will go really, really well. All right, so first of all, from my 12 by 12 cardstock, sorry, my designer series paper, I'm going to bring in some of these papers. Okay, I really want, so we do have that stripy, we have this stripy bit here. So see how we've got the stripes going along the top here? I'm actually going to do a stripy bit like that. So 8.5 inches, and I'm going to do 1/4 inch. So I'm going to cut this at 8.5 inches. Actually, no, I'm going to do 1/4 inch. Not 1/4 inch. I'm going to do 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. Okay. Now, I'm going to cut that at 8.5 because this one was 8.5 this way. So I'm going to cut that at 8.5. Going to keep all of these pieces because all of those other pieces are great for being able to use in certain areas. I know a lot of people with scrapbooking just keep like a scrapbooking scraps bag so that they can actually use things like that. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add this along the 8.5 and the 8.5 here. Okay, so straight away you can see this part of the design happening here. So I haven't got any comments. I'm wondering, are my comments not working, or are you all just intent in watching? Rita, it's the first time for you to be here. 4:45 on a Wednesday afternoon. Where are you from, Rita? Okay, so I'm just going to use liquid glue because I am the liquid glue girl, and I left the lid off this, so it's probably going to be hard for me to get it to work. CA, is that Canada? Okay, let me see if I can get this to work. Just watching, Leslie. All good. Okay, let's get this glue to come out. Oh, it's coming. It's going to come out in a big rush here. There we go. I was going to say in a big rush here in a minute. Okay, so now I like to use liquid glue because I like to have that wiggle room, okay? So liquid glue allows me time to wiggle it and get it exactly where I want it to go. Yeah, it could be good with trips, photos from my Mexico trip. We actually got a scrapbooking album, you know. That was our farewell gift, was a scrapbooking album, a little one of the smaller albums, and they gave us lots and lots of pocket cards to go in them. Yeah, so eventually I will get and scrapbook that. Okay, so you can see with my liquid glue, it allows me time to wiggle it around and get it exactly where I need it to be. All right, so now we need some strips that are actually going to be long enough to go top and bottom on here. So I'm actually going to use strips of I'm actually going to use strips of cardstock to actually make that happen. So let's do, I'm going to do some petal pink, I think, up the top. Do I have petal pink here? Please tell me I've got petal pink here. Ugh. And I don't. Okay, petal pink will be in the 12 by 12 though. Let me grab a bit of petal pink. Now, the beauty of scrapbooking is that we are able to use our stamping. Oh, that's bubble bath. I was sure petal, yeah, there it is. I was going to say I was sure petal pink would be in this pack of paper. No worries, reader. All right, so I'm going to do petal pink along the top. Oh, no, I'm going to do Lost Lagoon. Sorry. I'm changing my mind. I'm going to do Lost Lagoon. I think Lost Lagoon will look good. All right, so the strip along the top, 12 inches by 5 inches, 12 inches by half, 12 inches by half, stripes, left page, 8.5 by quarter, 4.5 by quarter, 4.5 by quarter, photo mats, journalizing strip. Okay, all right, I'm going to do a 12 by 12 piece along the top, and I'm going to do that at, I'm thinking like an inch. I'm going rogue. I'm not looking at the, I will, when I do this, I will actually give proper directions when I actually do my club. But I'm just going to go like 1 inch, I think. 1 inch there. Okay, so that's going to go across the top. 1 inch across the top. 12 by 12 there. And I'm going to go, it did say 5 inches. So let's do a 5 inch here. 5 inches by 12. And that 5 inch we are going to put down under here. That's going to go in under here. Let me go there. Okay, so you can see this is starting to come together like that. Now, I'm actually going to use some of the Designer Series paper now just to jazz it up a little bit. Okay, so we've got that happening there. Now, there is some strips through here that we could do some Designer Series paper. Okay, so see how we've got some little strips over on this side here? We could actually use some of those scraps. So these scraps that we've got, we could actually use those on that page over on the second page. But we are actually only concentrating. Let's just fold this in half so we don't get confused. We're just concentrating on this half here at the moment. All right, so they've got 12 inches by 5, 12 inches by 2, 12 inches by a half, 12 inches by a half. Okay. I'm going to do some strips of Designer Series paper going through here. So I feel like I could pop a strip like that going through there. Maybe we could do, no, I don't want to use the stripes on the back. Where is the other piece of Designer Series paper gone? I had a third piece of Designer Series paper, which I can't find. We've got that one. We've got that one. There should, it's turned over the other way. And that one. All right, so I think what I could do is possibly use this one here. I think we will add a little bit of, no, I'm going to use this one. Okay, let's use this one. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to turn it over so that we can use the stripe side on the other side as well. So let's do 2 inches. I'm going to do 2 inches and 2 inches. So 2 there, and 2 inches. There we go. Okay. So now with that, we are going to bring some of this color in underneath. So let's go here and here. There and there. And we've got that happening there. So you can see it's coming together quite nicely. All right. Now, that's actually all I'm going to do for the underlay part. We can add some stamping. This is what I wanted to show you, is the beauty of Stampin' Up! Products. We can add some stamping into the background to add a little bit extra oomph in behind here. So I'm going to change up where I'm actually going to put the photos. So I'm actually going to use my leaf stamp out of the Spotlight on Nature. I'm going to clean that off. I'm going to use it with our Lost Lagoon ink, and I'm going to just create some nice leaves in behind where we're going to end up putting a photo mat here in that corner. So let's just ink up that leaf stamp with our Lost Lagoon. Okay, so I'm just going to move that over just a little bit. Okay. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to add some leaves just down around here, coming out from underneath where that mat's going to sit. So I'm just going to move that out of the way, and I'm just going to stamp. Okay. And maybe stamp a little bit more up there and a little bit coming down through here. Okay. Now that's just going to add that little bit of interest. Can you see that? It's just going to add that little bit of interest coming down in through here. Then we're going to be able to use some beautiful die cuts just to jazz that up a little bit. All right. Now, I'm also going to show you something that we can do along these strips just to add a little bit more interest again along the strips. I'm just going to grab my Lost Lagoon Stampin' Write marker. I'm going to grab my ruler from out in the kitchen, I think. Okay. And I'm actually going to do some lines along here. So let's move that forward there. I'm just going to do some lines just along the edge of this designer series paper. Now, this is a really, really good trick to add just a little bit of pattern without overdoing it too much. And I'm just going to do some dash lines along the edge of this paper. And this is going to give that look like it's got in that sketch. It's just going to give that look without having to do anything too major, just using a ruler and some dashed lines. You can do this so much with so many things, just to add a little bit of detail onto that. Okay, can you see how we've got that there now? So just adding a little bit of detail. So I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to do the other side as well. So just lining up my ruler on there. You got to love my lovely glittery ruler, haven't you? I mean, you can't be a crafter without glitter on your ruler. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up on the edge again, and I'm just going to do some dash lines again. And that's just going to create that cute pattern that is in that sketch layout. So I just wanted to show you. See how they've got the lines in that layout. Simple, easy way of doing it. Okay. And there you have a nice little patterned bit for the top. Okay. Now they've done it on the bottom of the designer series paper. I'm wondering whether I should use this one the other way up. Oh no, this other one. I'm deciding this one here. I think I'm going to decide to put this one beside that. No, let's use the pink. I want to change it up a little bit. I'm going to do a 2-inch piece for that, so that we can add a bit of color onto it as well. Can't quite, and it brings in some of that pink as well, which will be good. Okay, so let's do a 2-inch piece there. Okay, I'm going to bring in some of that pink in underneath. In under there instead of, and then see it brings in the petal pink. All right, so I need to do some lines on the bottom of this one. Daryl, you love the bling on my ruler. All right, so I'm going to do the same color again. I'm still going to use, I'll do it on this, I'll do it up this way, but we'll turn it around the other way. I'm still going to use the Lost Lagoon to make the little dashed lines. So let's, and this is bringing in all of that dashed line look. And we've just got to do it on our Lost Lagoon piece as well. So real simple way of adding a little bit of detail just with a Stampin' Right marker. Okay, so we've got that. That's going to go down there. And then we've got to do some dotted lines on this piece here. So we're just going to line that up. Okay, and go again. And see, the more you do it, the quicker you get at doing that dotted line. And it doesn't have to be exactly neat and the lines be all the same length. It doesn't have to be like that at all. All right, I'm going to do the last one. Who thinks they might be interested in a scrapbooking class each month? Type it in the comments. Are you a scrapbooker? Have you tried scrapbooking? Are you new to scrapbooking? Have you never tried scrapbooking? Type it in the comments. Let me know. Who have we got out there? We got scrapbookers out there, or have we not got scrapbookers out there? All right, so we've got that, we've got that, and we've got that. You know what? It's now time to put this layout together and create the mats. So how awesome is that? Just a couple of pieces of paper. Your lines would be as crooked as a dog's hind leg. Well, you know, using the ruler makes it easy. Deborah does scrapbooking. All right, so I'm now going to adhere these onto that layout so that we can get sorted with where we're going. Okay, so let's do, now if you want to, I'm the type of scrapbooker that I just eyeball things. I physically don't measure things. Leslie said that she used to do scrapbooking. She's got a few half-finished albums. Could be tempted. I think you might be. Carol, you're a scrapbooker. You love it. Yeah, so I'm super excited that we're going to be. Now, the true scrapbookers would be using tear and tape on here. Now, you use whatever you feel comfortable using. Carol's definitely. Okay, Carol's definitely a scrapbooker. There we go. So I'm just going to do it down probably about 1/2 inch. And as I said, I eyeball things. Jill saying that she needs to get back into scrapbooking. I actually thought that's what you were trying to say, Carol. It came up that I recently dyed scrapbooking to my class. She meant added. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Whereabouts are you from, Lynn? Okay. So this one here, we're going to add down the bottom. Whoops, get it the right way. All right. So I'm going to do this one like that, 1/2 inch up from the bottom this time. So they're like that. So feel free, I'll just pop that QR code back up again. I know that people will say it's in the road of what you're doing, but you can still see what I'm doing over to the left. If you want to be on my email list for information about my new upcoming scrapbook class, please make sure you join my list because that's where I will be communicating and letting everyone know. All right, so now this one here, we want to have that about a 1/2 inch up. Once again, about a 1/2 inch up from that, and it'll be about a 1/2 inch down from the top. Can you see that? So once again, okay, it will work for you. Doesn't matter where you are in Australia. My classes will work because they will be sent by mail. So well done. Is there scrapbooking? Is there much classes and stuff up your way, Lynn, in Darwin? I actually had my DDM saying to me that there was a lady that watches my videos and she really wants to do classes and things with me and wanted to be in contact with me. Now, if you ever want to find out what classes I have on, anything like that, I actually have a website, which is stampingwithdonnag.com. And all of my classes are always over on that website. Okay, and then that one's going to come down and it's going to be about a 1/2 inch from the top. So can you see how they're all coming together? And as I said, I eyeball it. Like, honestly, I'm not too much of a like fanatic when it comes to lining things up. I just look at it and go, it looks straight, looks good to me. I got into a fair bit of scrapbooking when I did my mum's album for her 80th birthday, which was so fun to do. And it's ignited something in me. I'm like really keen to be scrapbooking. So I love it. All right. So we've got that. And then, of course, this one's going to go on here, which is going to be our big mat for our photos. Then we're just going to do our photos. No classes. Oh, okay. Well, you've found the right place. You've definitely found the right place. As I said, for the next couple of months, until we actually get the workshop products in, I will be making up my own scrapbooking workshops. So I am super excited to be doing that for you all. And then once we actually get the products in, I will be holding quite a lot of regular scrapbooking classes. Okay, so I'm just lining that up now where it needs to be. That liquid glue gives me that wiggle space, which is great. So there we have the base of our scrapbook layout. Now we have a 3x3 photo and 2 4x6 photos. So now what I tend to do is, if I'm going to do a 4x6 photo, then I'm going to add, some people like 1/4 of an inch, some people like 1/8 of an inch with the border. So I'm just going to I'll do 1/4 of an inch first and see what you think. And I'll just cut out some white copy paper for where the photos are going to go and see what you think first of all. And then we will go from there. So 4x6, I don't think I'm going to have 6 inches left here, am I? Not quite, but I could do 6 that way. Okay, so I'm going to do 6 1/4. 6 1/4 that way. By 4 1/4 that way. Okay, so that's 1. I'm not going to get the second one out of that. I'm going to have to use another piece. Maybe I've got Lost Lagoon in here. Let's see if I have. Is that Lost Lagoon? I think it is. Yeah. Okay. Just going to use some scrap here. Okay, so let's do 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so that's our 2 mats for that. And then we've got a 3 by 3. So I'm going to do 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay. So they're our mats for our photos. Oh, yeah, Lynn. I mean, some people drive to my retreats. Okay, so this one's going to go here. And this one's going to go here. And see, that's covered up my, yeah, it's covered up my bit here. So we probably could have done that bit a bit bigger. I'm going to cut these down. I actually don't think I want to do 6 1/4. I think I want to do, I'm going to do 4 by 6. And I'm going to probably trim my photo down. I'm going to do them 4 by 6. And I'm probably going to trim the photo down just 1/8 of an inch. Because those mats are too big. So let's go 4 by 6. And we'll do this one 3 by 3. 3 by 3. So the one thing that you need when you're going to do scrapbooking is definitely a good paper trimmer, because you'll be wanting to trim things. Now, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that. So we've got, see how we can see now a little bit of that soft sea foam in behind. And I probably, this one we probably could do in soft sea foam, but I think it will still work okay, just like that. Okay. All right, so that's our mats. Now you would have your photos on those as well. Then what I wanted to show you is some of these gorgeous little embellishments. We can just use some of these embellishments from here just to add a little something. Okay, so we have a cute little flower here. We have some nice leaves. Okay. Let me see what we have. Well, that leaf is heading out that way. And a flower. Look at that. And what else do we have? Or you could even just use that. Look at that. You could even just use that. But I think what I want to do is I want to do that and that. And there is a little tiny, maybe just this one up in behind there. No, here. Actually, you know what? There's two little, I'm going to use these two little ones. I feel like that other one's just a tad too big. No, it's too light. Let's try this one. This one here. That, and that. Look at that. Simple as we've got that gorgeous leaf image coming in underneath, and just as simple as that. So all we have to do is glue that on and we are done. We could even leave that piece there and even pop our flowers on this piece here. Okay, so you could even pop them on that piece there. I do like them better down here. And you could even, just to even it up, just pop a little piece down here. But these gorgeous die cuts that we have are fantastic. I think I actually like the way I had it in the first place. That one and that one. That one and that one, I think, is quite enough. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, I would also add some ribbon, okay? So, you know me, I love my ribbon. So I would also add some ribbon. So I'm going to grab some of this gorgeous ribbon. My favorite. I'm going to add some ribbon up the top here. And honestly, this is going to just set it off. So let's do that ribbon up there. I'm going to glue these mats down because we can always add our photos. I'm not going to glue this one. I'm not going to glue it down totally. I'll glue it down over on the side here, but I will leave it that I can slip that photo in underneath there. Okay, so I'm just going to add some glue onto those ones. Now you love the layout? Thanks, Carol. I'm actually just going to glue these down so I'll be able to pop my photos straight in on this. This is what I like to do with scrapbooking. I like to be able to have it that you can come in and pop your photos in when you feel like it. Okay, so I like to be able to make my mind up about the photos. I'm not a person to scrapbook because of what the photos are to start off with. I like to do, even with my mum's album, I knew the range of photos and what order I wanted to put them in, but I physically just decorated the pages how I wanted them to be. So, all right. So I'm going to do that. As I said, I'm going to glue that down, but I'm not going to glue it down totally. I'm going to glue it so that I can fit that in under there. So let's just put some glue on that side. And I can go back in and I can put more glue on later, but I want to put that in there where it's going to be. But as you can see, I'll be able to still slide the photo in underneath. And then, of course, just with our die cuts, we'll pop one just there. We'll pop the flower. Once again, I'll just do the flower, just the bottom part of the flower, so I'm still able to pop my photo in underneath. And this one in under here. So all I'm doing is adding a little bit of glue just on there. So your photos will still be able to slide in underneath. Okay. All right. So I'm going to add that ribbon on the top. Let's grab my Seal Plus. Going to add the ribbon up the top. Okay. Wrap my ribbon around. Bit further down. Let's get it in the right place here. There. Okay, wrap it across the top. And I've probably stuck myself to the desk here anyway. Let's cut that ribbon off and I'll wrap it around. Oh, those scissors are bad. Okay, so we'll do that and wrap it around. Okay, so we've got gorgeous ribbon along the top. And you know what I'm going to do? You know me. I can either pop a bow. I need a different pair of scissors because those scissors are atrocious. Okay, let's see if these ones work better. I could either do a bow down where my flowers are. You all know me. I need to have a bow. This ribbon is gorgeous because it's soft and it's sheer, so it's not bulky. One of the things that I find about scrapbooking albums is when you layer up too much and you've got a lot of dimension. See, now I would like to pop just a ribbon there. So let me know. Do you think I should put it with the flowers or up the top like that? Okay, so top or with the flowers? Type it into the comments and let me know. Up the top or with the flowers? Jill says the floral arrangement looks good on this layout. Up the top or down with the flowers? Type it into the comments. So as you can see here, I've been on for like 1 hour and we've got a 1-page layout. With the flowers, says Marilyn. With the flowers, says Jill. So 2 for with the flowers, 3 for with the flowers, 1 for the top. So 3 for flowers, 1 for top, 4 for flowers, 1 for top, 5 for flowers. Looks like the flowers it is. All right, so let's just use a glue dot and we will pop that bow just in with those flowers. And there you have a gorgeous 1-page layout. As I said, if we were doing the second page, we could have just had the second page happening over there as well. Of course, what would make this absolutely gorgeous, before we put the photos on, we could do a spritzing of our wink before we put the photos on. And that will just, and we can add some wink on our flowers just to bling up those die cut pieces a little bit more. What do you think? So look at it with the wink of Stella on it. Look at those flowers. Well, there you go. There is a little bit of a change up for us. Instead of doing some card making, some scrapbooking. As I said, if you want to be connected on my scrapbooking list, please feel free to use that QR code. There is a link in the description, in the comments. I will actually just pop the link here again. Let me just go. There we go. If you use that link, you're able to click on that link and that will actually take you to a sign-up form to get onto my scrapbooking list. And if you want to keep up to date with when my classes are going to start, which, as I said, in June, we will be starting and we will be using this gorgeous frames and flowers. So straight away, you will be able to, when you get your kit, you'll be able to get into your layouts and straight away you will be able to create with your kit. So how I'm going to work it is, you're going to get the designer series paper. You're also going to get a pack of the 12 by 12 in color cardstock. Sorry, not the in color, the subtles cardstock. You will get some ribbon. And you will need the stamp set that I'm using, which is the Spotlight on Nature stamp set, or something that has some leafy stamps. You may have something already in your craft room that you may not have to use the stamp set. But what I will do is the actual class will be a set price. And then, and that will include your cardstock, your designer series paper, and the embellishment pack, and some ribbon, um, and your Subtles cardstock 12 by 12 pack. So you will need some white 12 by 12. You may already have some in your craft stash. If you don't, you can actually add that on to your class. Once you add a 12 by 12 cardstock pack, let me see how many sheets we have in our 12 by 12. We have 12 sheets in there, so you'll have enough for 6 layouts if you buy a 12 by 12 pack of cardstock. You will have 20 sheets of colored cardstock that will be in your Subtles pack. So yeah, I think it will be a great fun class to be a part of. And as I said, I will be bringing them once a month. We'll be doing classes, and I will be holding them in person here in the Scenic Rim. So if you are in the Scenic Rim and you want to start coming to scrapbooking classes, then by all means, make sure you jump onto that email list, because I will be advertising when the class is. Now, I do have a card class that's happening on the third Thursday in the month. I'm going to try and spread my classes out so that I have a scrapbooking class, and then 1 week, and then 2 weeks later I have my card making class. So if you want to come to both, there's a little bit of a gap in between. So initially this one's going to be on the last week of June, but we will be starting to have them on the first week, the in-person class, the first Thursday of June, July will be the first in-person one at the right date, but it will be in person the last week in June. Sorry, that's a little bit confusing, but I will give you the details in on the email. So if you're interested in catching up and having some scrapbooking classes, so it doesn't matter where you live in Australia. The other thing I wanted to tell you about too is we still have 2 days left. Is it 2 days? What's the date today? Someone tell me the date. So 30th. We've got 2 days left for our join offer. The join offer is fantastic. When you join my crafty community, you get the in-color products, lots of the in-color products for free, which is $144 worth of saving. You get the 5 in-color ink pads, 5 in-color Stampin' Up markers. You get the in-color cardstock and the in-color DSP, all for free on top of your $235 worth of product, and you only pay $169 delivered to your door, freight free. So I've given you ideas. Yep. You're going to order the paper pack. Yeah. Well, Lynn, maybe you want to order the paper pack. Maybe you want to order my class and get my class, like my June class, because you will get a full pack of the paper, the designer series paper with the embellishments in your kit. Okay, so I will be getting details of that up very, very soon. I will also send out to my normal regular email list. I will also send out the details. So if you're not on the scrapbooking list, I will catch you on the other email list as well. But yeah, I created the scrapbooking list mainly just for scrapbookers so that I can let you know whatever classes I have on. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Now, if you've missed me on Facebook, I apologize, but Facebook is playing up. So you need to actually subscribe here on my YouTube channel, because you will always find me on YouTube. I never have a problem with going live on YouTube. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button down below, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon, turn on all notifications so you get notified every time I go live. Thanks, everyone. I will not be live tomorrow because I actually have to go and get skin cancer removed from my forehead. So, and depending on how I look, I will go live on Monday, but you may not see my face. You may just see my desk on Monday, but there will definitely be no live video tomorrow, but I will be live on Monday morning at 8:30 once again. So thank you very much, everyone, for hanging out with me. And until next time, have a lovely day, and I will see you